Well, hey everybody. I'm starting a new project. This is called The Stories. And my name is Lisa Wilbur. And if you don't know me at all, I've been an Avon representative since 1981 when I started selling on Guam. I realized recently, this is 2022 when I'm recording these, I realized I went around the country when I first made it to the top of the compensation plan with Avon and their network marketing business, and I had a big team, have a big team. They had me go around the country and do seminars, and I did some on my own. And I told a lot of the stories about when I was starting and how I got ideas and things like that. And I realized I don't have those written down anywhere. I don't have those stories anywhere. I don't have them written. I don't have them recorded. So I want to take this opportunity at the beginning of 2022 and record those stories. So I'm going to record little, few-minute videos for you so you can hear these stories if you haven't heard them already, or maybe enjoy them again if you've heard them before. Okay. And I want to start today with Chasing the Electric Man. This is not one of my shining moments, by the way. I like to share the story because I know there are other people that are doing this today. And I know it's a hard thing to get out of, but it's an embarrassing story for me because now that I realize my choices led me to where I was, and my choices always lead you to where you are, your own choices. I was responsible for being there at that moment. And at the time, it seemed like life was happening to me, that I wasn't in control of it. So now that I know it was me, it's embarrassing. But anyway, here we go. So, paying the electric man was a challenge when we didn't have much money. Me and my second husband, don't judge, lived in the trailer park for about 16 years, I think it was total. And it was a single wide. It was horrible. And I'll be doing other stories about that. But today's story is about the electric man. So we were behind the eight ball all the time. I think it was a good 2, 3 years that I paid cash at the pole. And what that meant back then, this was the 1980s, is that you got a yellow notice in the mail and you called in and they told you what day the guy was going to come cut your electric off. And if you caught him with your cash before he got up the pole and paid the arrears, the back part, that didn't even catch you up. It just got the back part paid. He would leave you on another 30 days. So we were behind that far for a good 2, 3 years that I had to every month sit around, wait for the day that the guy was going to come, get my money together, catch him before he got up the pole, and pay him cash, count it out, pay him cash at the pole. So this one day, this day did change things for me because it was so embarrassing. So I'm sitting there, of course, I'm sure I looked awesome with my hair was all a mess. I'm sure I had on a sweatsuit or at least or and I had my old kicky boots on and I'm looking out the window waiting for the electric guy yet again. And the phone rang and I went and answered it. Back then we didn't have a cell phone, so I was in somewhere answering it. When I was in answering the phone, the electric guy came. When I saw him, I panicked because he was already up the pole, and I'm thinking, "Oh god." So I go running outside, left the door open, everything, go running out there, "Hey, I got my cash." I'm waving my cash. What changed everything for me was the look in his eyes. He was like, "Oh my god, here comes the trailer trash lady again." Oh, I was so embarrassed. I was so humiliated that I swore at that moment I wasn't gonna do that anymore. See, I can't even tell it without getting without getting worked up because that was so humiliating. But, anyway, now I have my, electric on auto pay. But, I share that story because if that's where you are right now, most of us have been there, and you can decide not to do that anymore. You can decide that it's your decisions that make your future for you. And at that moment, I decided I wasn't going to be that person anymore. I was going to have my bills on auto pay. I wasn't going to chase the electric man, and I was going to have things and be somebody. So I hope this helped you today. That's my Electric Man story. I can't believe I got weepy over that. But I'm telling you, that look he gave me that day, oh god, I didn't wanna live through that anymore. So it took me a while to get out of it, but I'll tell you, once I realized that it was me and my choices that decided where how I got to live, where I got to live, what I got to do, what we got to eat, all those things were actually my choices. I made different choices. It wasn't just about working harder, it was about figuring out that I was responsible. Life wasn't happening to me, it was my choices. So anyway, thank you very much for listening. You can um, subscribe and like this to, and I believe if you subscribe, that you'll get notified when I put up a new one. My these videos are going to be between 5 and 10 minutes long. I'm going to cover different stories. If you've been to one of my seminars and you have a favorite story of mine that I tell from my background, pop me a message and let me know so that I include it for you. Okay, and thank you very much, everybody. I hope to see you soon.